So the sun is literally going over the horizon right now. We're about to get up to the ghost town. It's a really rugged trail getting up there. You can see the old cemetery right there. So we're actually gonna head down there on our way out, and we're gonna see if we can find anything creepy. So here's an actual authentic home or building that one of the settlers or miners that live in this ghost town used to live in. And this is like straight up authentic from the 1800s when this town was founded. We could actually walk right inside and see that they had their stove right here. And this is insane. People actually lived in these houses, and this probably had a wooden roof of some sort. And you can see that, but it's not very big. It's maybe as big as a bedroom in a house, if not slightly bigger. But families used to live in these. You could only imagine, you know, the kitchen right here, a bed in the corner, and I mean, the ground is straight up dirt. You know, maybe they had some wood or something, you know, to use as carpeting, or maybe this was even a store of some sort. But it's pretty crazy to walk in here and know that these buildings are hundreds of years old. Look at this old support beam right here, where the doorway used to be. It's insane stuff. Here you can actually see one of the tailings piles for the mine that they had. So all this stuff, once they mined through the rock right there, you can see that they blasted the side of the mountain. Once they finished with the dirt or, you know, gravel from mining that they didn't need, they left it in tailings piles, which is those little mounds of dirt. But this mine is like way up this mountain, and here you could probably, this was most likely the foundation for a cable system. So they had like a structure here with a cable that would send the minerals and or whatever it was that they were mining up there down here to that foundation. There was probably a cable car system, but a lot of old mines in the mountains, you know, in the old west in the 1800s used to have that set up just to make life easier. I mean, it was a pretty great technological advancement to, you know, be able to go up and down a mountain quickly and efficiently. There's actually an old car. It looks like it's from the 50s actually, 40s or 50s. I want to take a look up here. So this here's one of the very few structures that actually still has its roof. So again, you can see the that they used on the roof and the wooden support beams and all that stuff, and this building pretty much is no more. This is apparently an old hotel or something on the main street. You can definitely see it was a two-story building because you could walk right in. There's some old stuff in there. But you could walk right in. There was obviously like a basement. You can see the support beams right there where they once stood. Alright guys, so we've been exploring quite a bit out here, and we went over this small hill and ended up in a small valley, and there are actually a bunch of people out here literally having a rave in the middle of the mountains. They're blasting EDM music. They have like the hoops with the lights on them. They have like these flamethrower things. It's intense. Like, I didn't even know this was a thing. I spoke to one of the guys, and apparently this is the first time that they're actually having this event out here in the mountains. The cool thing about being here too is you look up and you can see an insane amount of stars. My camera's probably not getting any of it, but you could see the whole Milky Way. I actually pulled out a DSLR camera and snapped some really nice pictures. Alright guys, so since there was an unexpected party going on down in one of these valleys, there is one last place that Zitro and I need to check out, and that would be on our way out, the cemetery. Okay, so we actually ended up making it out here. there's absolutely nothing here. It's actually quite scary. Turn the lights off and there's just absolute darkness. Zitro and I are gonna make our way in. And this is the entrance right here. There's a rabbit out there. Unmarked stone or grave. See, she was 23. That's what I'm saying. People unfortunately succumb to the dust. Unfortunately, there's a few unmarked areas here. This is pretty creepy. It's one thing to go into a cemetery at night. And it's another thing to go into a cemetery at night in the middle of nowhere, where you know there's no logical explanation if you hear a voice or something, because you're the only people out here. I believe this is where a baby was buried. It's actually weird coming here because I've actually previously been here before in 2006, 11 years ago, and seeing these names again like rings a bell. It's just insane knowing these people perished here because this was their home. 1912, 1929. It's pretty odd. I mean, it's a beautiful place though. See this one? Remember this one. So we just finished up here at the cemetery. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking terrified for some reason. I just got this really bad vibe, so I told Zitro to remember a grave. Remember the one, the name was Etta Frank, and the mother that was 23 years old. So I was getting a really freaking bad vibe from that. Yeah, I was getting like an intense. Well, yeah, I didn't want to say anything because then we'd both get freaked out. I didn't want to ruin it, but yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty stupid, you know, somebody watching this video, oh, well, they were just creeped out, you know, but like, I don't know, just something about that name and standing right there looking at the name gave me like a super bad vibe, like the most uncomfortable feeling ever. And I didn't get that around any of the other tombstones, so I don't know. I still have to review the footage. I don't know if I caught anything. If I didn't, then I mean, I guess it's just all hearsay or, you know, based off of, you know, actually being there and experiencing it. But I don't know. I wasn't too fond of that. All right, guys. So that may not have been the most eventful adventure that I've been on. However, walking into that cemetery was just, it gave me such a great deal of anxiety that I could not explain why. I mean, walking into the insane asylum where people died and people with evil energy stayed, didn't even sway me negatively or in any like anxiety type deal. But walking into that cemetery was just, it was a really, really eerie feeling. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Zitros' channel for, you know, being so brave and always tagging along with me on these weird adventures that I seem to get myself into. As with every video, subscribe, like, share it. That being said, stay tuned, and hope you guys stick around to see what other adventures I get myself into.